we have the ACU MOLLE 2 large rucksack together now. So I want to just go through all of the straps and pouches and everything like that. So first, let's look at this side. On the shoulder straps, you have these straps up here that tighten the load to the top, so you can pull this way and it kind of pulls this up your back. Okay, that's there, and once you get it on, you know, you play with it to get it where you want, but you tighten those there. Then on the bottom, to loosen and tighten your shoulder straps, you have this guy. So once you get it on, this doesn't change. Once you get this top part set how you like it, that stays like that always. But to take it on and off, you can loosen the straps here, and then to cinch it, you tighten the straps there. And then for quick release, that's when you like that. So if you need to get it off in a hurry, that's what this quick release system does. You can actually grab both sides, so you have it on, you grab both of these snaps, and you just pull up and the whole thing drops off. Because the snap comes undone, that lifts, and then this guy comes out. So you can, that's the quick release, and the whole pack drops to the ground. Then you have this center strap, or the chest strap, right there. And then that goes across your chest, and you can tighten or loosen it as you see fit. And then you can move this up and down. See, this strap goes all the way around like that. So based on where you want it, you can move this up and down on from here all the way up to there to situate your chest strap. So that's the shoulder straps. Then you have the kidney pad, or the waist, and the waist belt. So the waist belt, some people complain about this design. I don't have a problem with it. Like I said, this is what I was used to carrying, so push this in the middle, and that slides out. Okay. Then you tighten it by pulling these, obviously. To loosen, you have to push in on this thing, and then pull that. And then so also, when you get this situated, and you know where it's always going to be, you can tuck these extra pieces here on the side. You can either like tape this off, or you'll see some people roll it up and tape it off like that. But it also can wrap back through your kidney pad here, depending on, you know, like if it's all the way this way. If you have a really small waist, you can tuck the whole thing away, and it looks nice and clean. But that's fine. I don't care. Push that, and that's on both sides to loosen. All right, so that's the actual wearing it and how those straps and hooks and loops and whatnot go. Let's turn it around and look on this side, and then, well, let's look at the sustainment pouch first. So there's a sustainment pouch on each side. In the Army, these are usually where your MREs are, your med kits are here, or sometimes there's an IFAC, the individual first aid kit, that you might put on the outside. But if this is your basic setup, anything you need to get to quickly is going to be in the sustainment pouches. Your poncho, that's also a shelter half, poncho liner, that kind of stuff. Poncho liner is probably going to be deeper in. That's probably not going to be an immediate need. But if it rains and you need your poncho, the poncho also doubles as a tarp. Your MREs for the day, food, that kind of stuff, go in the sustainment pouches. They just have that snap that I showed you in a previous video, and the drawstring. And it's one compartment in there. So they have drawstring in one large compartment. And this is actually almost the exact size of an MRE. So you can put an MRE in each one. You have some things on the outside here. Also, you could actually attach like a carrying strap to this, and then use this as its own pouch. But there's that. This drawstring cross draws like that, so use that toggle, stuff that in there, and then you can always cinch that down. And it's the same on both sides. So the main pack, you see there's more MOLLE webbing here if you want to attach something to the outside. So the main pack has this tightening system here with this closure. So you can tighten here, you can tighten here. Undo both of these. And then open this up. Before we look down here, let's actually look at what we have on the top here. Let me see if I can prop this up with my leg. This is actually a map bag. Usually you put a map in here, and you've probably seen some of these now that they're like waterproof here. But the military maps that I always carried were they were laminated because do our land nav courses and stuff, and not in real life because we had GPS, but to do our land nav courses, you would need those permanent markers, alcohol wipes. You had different colors. You would plot your points, throw it in here, and sometimes, depending, you can kind of see through this, but I would just take it out. I don't know if it's meant to be like you can see what's in there or not, but I would take it out. And anyways, that's even if it's not for your map. It's if you don't use it for your map, that's still an extra pouch that with stuff you can get to quickly because all you have to do is open the bag. I think some newer ones have you can access it by up here. Anyways, let's keep going. So once you open that, you have even more MOLLE gear down here, so you can put more stuff on the outside of your pack. If we look inside, so this is a drawstring also, so you would cinch that up, and this guy just it locks in so that it won't come out on its own. You have to move this little. There's a little knob in here that if you push up, it's cinched in. If you click it, not click it, but if you move it down, and that has teeth that bites onto that paracord, and that's all this drawstring is paracord. So it's a really wide opening here when it's fully extended. It's a really wide opening, and it's a single compartment in here. Except you can block off the bottom compartment for a sleep system, and I don't know, there's not very much light in there, but if you can see down in there, and I'll open it from the bottom so you can see better, but if you can see in there, there's a zipper right here, and then also some grommets and holes that you can tie and reinforce, or use as like a drawstring instead of the zipper. But I'm going to go ahead, there's also a little bit of Velcro in here. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can kind of turn this inside out a little bit so you can see it. This is the shelf that I'm actually talking about right here. So that's down toward the bottom, and I'll unzip the bottom so you can see. I'm going to go ahead and actually zip this so I can show you how that function works. So this is the other side, and now when I zip this together here, it's just like zipping a coat, only upside down and backwards. Okay, so we got that zipper across there. Now, if I want to reinforce that, you see I have these grommets here that I can fold over and actually run cord through, so that if there's any weight here, it's being held by the grommets and the cord, and not just the zipper. There's also, if you can see, a Velcro piece right here that flaps over on there and makes it so nothing falls through on the sides. So I'm gonna do that Velcro piece, and then I'll show you. So you expose some Velcro on one side, and then so now you look in there, now the Velcro is on there, and now we've turned that one large compartment into 2 compartments. So you have a smaller compartment up top now, because we've effectively blocked off the very bottom. And to access the bottom part, now that that's blocked off, you undo this strap here, because this is another cinching strap to tighten stuff down, so you can expand or keep it real tight. I'm going to open this, and then we unzip here, and that's how you access that bottom compartment. See, there's our zipper right there, and then sleeping bag. Your sleep system usually goes down here. So I'm probably going to use this for, I'm probably actually going to put my sleeping bag, my tarp, and my hammock down here, so that when I'm ready to deploy, I can just access this pouch, set up my tarp and hammock, throw my sleeping bag in, and that's where I'll keep all of that stuff. I'll do a different video where we kind of load this out or go through where I'm deciding to put stuff, because I haven't really decided where I'm going to put everything, and then cinch that with that. So you have all this extra MOLLE if you want to put extra pouches on, and I am, because I have like the canteen, like the water bottle nesting cup I have that's in a MOLLE gear, or in a MOLLE pouch, so I'll probably put that on the side. I have a smaller pouch that has like a notebook in it and can hold a phone. I don't know if I'll just throw that inside or not, but everything is different camo, so this is going to be really motley assortment of different camo. Like, it's going to have this ACU pattern, it's going to have the newer desert or the newer ACU, the newer camo pattern, it's going to have ACU desert, it's going to have OD green. So yeah, it's going to be awesome, or ugly, depending on how you feel about it. The one thing that I also wanted to show was these tightening straps. So I talked about them in a previous video, but they just go through here. And then if you don't have this thing loaded to its full capacity, you can cinch these down to take up some of that slack, so the stuff's not loose and jangling around inside. So you cinch that down to keep it closer to your back, because you don't want the weight far away from your back. You don't want the weight all the way out here. You want the weight as close to your back as possible, and then also, really as high up as possible too. So that's another good thing about that shelf. If you're not carrying a lot in this pack, you don't want it all sitting at the bottom. You can throw that shelf in there and stack up on top. What else do we have? What else is there about this pack? Ask questions, guys. If you want to know, if you want to see how much it holds, or how much can I stuff in there, or how much can I carry on a 1 mile hike. I actually practice. I don't know if, yeah, sure, it's practice. I practice carrying a pack. I guess it's training. I mow my yard with a push mower, and I have my day pack that you guys have seen me wear in other videos. That thing's about 45 pounds. I go in pretty heavy, and I like to. I'm not like a through hiker. I don't hike for like 25, 30 miles a day. The area that I cover is pretty small, pretty limited. But there's some really steep inclines back there. If you see my Indiegogo campaign video, you see me hike up. You can't tell how steep that hill is, but it's pretty steep to get to the top of Bushcraft Ridge. So we have camp locations at the bottom and at the top. And that's really where I go. It's 30 minutes from my house. drive back through an easement, and then hike all over that thing. And this pack, I don't know what it's rated for, but it can carry a lot of weight. A lot. I could probably actually put my whole old pack in this pack. Like, not even separate stuff. Just open it and drop my old pack just straight in there. That'd be pretty funny. I might actually have to do that. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, leave comments below, ask me questions, interact. One thing that's cool about the Bushcraft community on YouTube is someone like me can come in brand new to YouTube and be a part of that community. Join in, join the conversation. And that's what it is. That's what you should use YouTube for. To learn new skills and to be a part of that conversation. Because guess what? I'm not perfect. I'm not a master bushcrafter. I don't know everything. There's probably some stuff I did to this that isn't optimal. Somebody may chime in and be like, hey, when we went through basic training, our drill sergeant had us. And then I go, oh yeah, you know what? I remembered that. So it's something I forgot. Like this. That's supposed to be through there, right? That's one more place that this strap is supposed to go through. So I don't mind you pointing stuff like that out. Like I said, I'll fix that later. There's no need to do that on camera. Alright guys, if you ever want to come camping with me, let me know. I look forward to seeing you guys on the ridge.